When darkness sets in at the racing track in Nardo, Italy, the barometer of suspense rises. Then our 6 super sports cars are to show what they're capable of. Temperatures remain steady for better comparison of the speed results. The contestants are prepared very meticulously for these extreme tests. Tyre pressure, for instance, is of utmost importance. At Porsche, the head of the development division, Roland Kussmaul, sees personally to the snug fit of the nuts and bolts on the Carrera GT. Otto Hoffmeier is head of testing and responsible for the high-speed test. Hoffmeier knows what is needed to be really fast.
First of all, the car must have great performance. Then it must handle well and it has to be manageable at this speed. We check whether it is drivable.
In the twilight hours of the evening, these super sports cars make their way to the high-speed track. The clear favourite, the 660 horsepower Enzo Ferrari. It's a car Ferrari has used to move the benchmark in speed competition once again a notch higher.
We don't really look at it as a competition. Physics decides the outcome here. At some point there is no more increase in performance and a vehicle no longer can be kept under control on the road due to its aerodynamics. So there are natural limits. They are below 400, right now at least.
The testing team installs the measuring devices. The speed is recorded using GPS satellite positioning. In its first laps around the track, the Aston Martin surprises with a speed of 309, exceeding factory specs by 9 kilometres. It remains under control at all times, and it seems that nothing can destroy its cool. The Porsche is another of the favourites here. The first time around the track, the Carrera GT hits 328, just undercutting the factory specifications by 2 kilometres per hour. Now, the second lap for Porsche. This Uber Porsche reaches a speed of 334. That's nearly enough to beat the SLR. What position will the SLR finish in, she asks?
Well, position, that's hard to say. Actually, there's no way of comparing the cars in this comparison. We have the Enzo and the Carrera, which are street-legal sports cars. Then we have a couple of GTs like the Bentley, the SLR and the Aston Martin. Among the GTs, I'd say we'll finish first in the category of speed and acceleration. Overall, we'll probably end up in third place.
Im Gesamtfeld würde ich sagen, werden wir wahrscheinlich auf Platz 3 liegen.
A short while later, the SLR burns their best time onto the asphalt. With its 334, it reaches the exact speed specified by the manufacturer and matches the record of the much lighter Porsche, turning it into a type of blue comet in the night at Nardo. The night is unusually cold. The first dew of early morn furrows the brow with worry on Lamborghini engineer Michele Zaghiano.
Normally, this car reached the 3 and 30 kilometers per hour with the normal production car. This night I think there is too much difficult to reach this performance because there is too much humidity, but I think 3.27, 3.26 it's reachable for this car.
A top speed of 330 this evening is much lower than what the Murcielago could normally achieve. Still, the head of testing, Otto Hoffmeier, excludes any influence from the weather.
The temperature remained more or less the same. It is a bit more humid, that has no positive nor negative effect. If we compare all our measurements, everything's okay.
In the wee hours of the morning, the test favourite appears on the scene. The Enzo Ferrari is fitted with the instruments to measure its first lap. Before and after each trial, they check the temperature of the tyres. Following a warm-up lap, the test team from Ferrari pushes the car to the limit. The Enzo is faster than 350. At least, that's what they claim at Maranello. The speedometer needle seems to confirm that. Also, the GPS data show, with a speed of 355.1 kilometers per hour, the Enzo is the fastest super sports car in this comparison. Whether the Enzo Ferrari can also outdo its competitors in the acceleration contest, and whether it keeps its nose out in front on the handling course, that's what the third part of this comparison has in store in our next show.